Hello everyone, welcome back to Glitz and Glitter. So today is being new released, today that this is being broadcast on July 16th of 2026. They have a new puppy keepsake making kit, all in one. It looks like we can make this project if you've never done resin before. That's what I'm thinking. It comes with everything. So we're going to unbox it. This is from Let's Resin, of course. And we're going to see everything that comes in the box. And then we're going to make it and just see how easy it is. So you've got your instructions here. These are letters. In case you don't have a Cricut, you can cut your letters out. Or not cut them out, just use your letters for your dog's name or cat's name, I suppose. You could do a cat. Why not? A paw is a paw, right? So you've got epoxy resin, keychains, jump rings, stickers, your picture frame, dog tag, keychain, fridge magnet, paw print kit mold, a dog statue mold. You've got 5 colors of paste, glitter, a paw print kit, which we're going to have to do, and then stir sticks, gloves, measuring cups, 4 little cups, and a display stand. So that all comes in here, and these are all the instructions. If you have never done this before, they have step-by-step instructions on exactly what to do. How to get the paw print right here. And so choose your project. Option A, display stand. So you can do it up or you could do it flat, however you want. So it looks like we're going to be doing 2 layers. Yeah, we're going to be doing 2 layers of resin. And then we should have a finished product that looks somewhat like that. If you don't want to do paw prints or you can't do paw prints anymore, you can always put a photo of your favorite fur baby in there just in case you can't get a paw print. And then you've got your custom tags with their names on them. So let's dive in here and see what we're looking at. You got 4 cups, a package of all kinds of glitters. We've got the molds. Let's see what we got in here. Okay, we've got this little friend. This is like a name tag thing. Here are your dog tags, the paw print. Here's like a keychain. Those are cute. This is the main focus one of where your either paw prints go or the picture of your animal. And then here is the little standing up dog. So on here it says 1.1 fluid ounce. Let me see if these are marked. 4.2 ounces, 1.9 ounces to fill that, and then 2.3 ounces for that one. So 4 molds in the package. We get puppy resin dye, white, chocolate, pink, yellow ochre, and black. 5 colors to choose from. We've got the paw print, what do you call it? Imprint thing. So we need to, I'm going to take the paw prints. I don't want to choose between my 2. So we're going to try to get both of my dog's paw prints. And here is paper, acetate, whatever you want to put it on, I guess. Wondering, I don't know, we're going to have to follow the directions for this one. Caution, turn card over. I'm not sure. Let's get to that in a little bit. Here's your tiny little cups. We've got your epoxy resin, 1:1, 8 ounces, so you have 16-ounce kit. I'll move the box, and let's get everything out of this package and have it all ready to go. Here are the lanyards. Oh, these are so hard to open. Let me just get some scissors. It's just easier than finding that little portion. So you've got purple and brown. And then we have gloves if you don't have gloves. Stir sticks if you don't have those. There's some more gloves. You've got eye screws. You've got magnets. Here's the picture frame stand. Your keychain rings, 5 of them. A whole bunch of jump rings, all different colors. and there are more magnets. So that is everything that comes in the package. Let's see what it says to do first. I'm assuming we need to get our paw prints done. Step 1, get the print. Press your paw or nose onto the ink pad, then press onto the provided cars. Let it air dry completely, then cut it out. Choose your project. Option A, display stand. Decorate your dried imprint card and place it on the assembled stand. Or option B, 2 layers. Mix a small batch of resin, fill the mold halfway, let sit for 2+ hours till sticky. Add the print, place your cutout imprint onto the sticky resin. Mix a fresh batch of resin, fill the mold completely, let cure 8 hours to fully harden, then demold. Or option C, 3 layers. You could do border, mix the resin and pour the border, which is this one, around here. Wait 2 hours. Mix a fresh batch of resin, pour a thin layer in the center, wait 2 hours. Place your imprint card in the center, mix another fresh batch of clear resin, fill the mold, and wait 8 hours to demold. So we could do this in 3 steps. The steps are the same whether you use a fur or a photo. Okay, so finish, attach the keychain or hardware. There's letters on there. All right, we're gonna start by me finding my dogs. So this is the ink pad, I'm guessing. Which side is it? Oh, wow. Yep, there's the ink right there. Okay, I'm going to go find my dogs. I'm not going to video that. I wonder what this is for. This probably goes over. I'm not sure what that goes for, but we're going to figure it out. You know, I got ink on myself. I'm going to not do pink, so let's do a white card, if I can keep it clean. Get their little paw prints on here, and we'll go from there. That was not fun. My dogs weren't cooperating. I had to go for the nose print. This is what I came up with. So there's Peanut's nose and his mustache. There's Panda's nose and his beard. That's the best I can get. They didn't like their paw prints. So this is going to work. So I put it in here and it fit right in there. I probably should have centered it, but at that point it didn't matter. So I'm glad I got something. So I'm just going to set that aside for later. I'm going to do this with a little bit of UV resin because of time's sake, but you don't have to do that with UV resin. So I want to use the black UV resin that they have. I'm going to try to do as many of these as I can just to show you the package. I'm going to do just the paw print around the surrounding paw prints and the bone in their black UV resin. Somehow I'm going to get it down in here. And it looks like it needs to be cleaned out. Hang on a minute. Let me grab a Q-tip. I've got some cotton in there from my paper towel when I was wiping it. So, okay. Yeah, that seems to be going in. I really need a tiny little dotting tool. And then I'm going to make my own glitter mix from the glitter that they provided for one of them. Since this is not a demo and this is going to be for me, I want to do it in the colors that I want for my house, which are the golds and the browns and the blacks, rustic colors. I just want a small thin layer, and then I'll clean that out with the little squeegee or something to get it off the paw print, because then we're going to do the first layer of epoxy. Let that cure for a couple hours, like it says, till it's tacky. Come on. Can't really see what I'm doing over there. Okay, and then I'll get the rest off. It's a very small little opening around this paw print, so you got to have a small dotting tool so you don't scratch your mold. And then I'll get a little squeegee thingy to get the rest of it off. And then I'll get it in here. Just around the dog bone. Whoops. Try to work out any bubbles that I may have gotten in there. There's one. Work it around. Let me grab that new little squeegee tool. Try to clean it the best you can because you will see that on your next layer. I'm gonna fill these probably with 2 layers because they're kind of deep. Actually, I should have just painted that. It's too late now. Should have just painted it with chrome powder and it would have been done, but now I've already started, so I'm going to use what I did. Just get my UV light out here and do this in layers. If it doesn't work, then I'll have to paint it. I don't know why I didn't think of that. Where is my lights? I just had it out a second ago. I'm just going to cure it from the top and then from the bottom because I don't have my dual light out. Otherwise, you could stick it right inside. Just cure it both sides and then we'll work on the second step. Okay, got it all filled with black UV, got it completely cured. So what I'm going to do now, for sake of time, you could do this with the epoxy. You do not have to have UV resin. I'm going to take these 3 colors that came in their little kit. I'm going to mix them together. Just because these are the colors that I want. In my house, making my own glitter mix. This is the gold, like the cinnamon and the black. Then I am going to use UV one more time, but again, you can use epoxy. You do not have to use UV resin. But if I want to get this video done, I have to speed up my process. So let's just mix it all together. And what I'm going to do is fill these paw prints and this bone. I don't think I'm going to have enough for the back of that. So we might fill that with the other stuff. So I'm going to pour in my UV resin into this cup here. And then we'll put it on the backs of that. What is that? So basically it's just like mixing your epoxy. It's just UV resin. I don't want to do too much. But I need enough where it's not going to be like that, really thick. So I need more. And glitter and UV resin go very well together. They always cure. I got that completely cured in 3 thin layers of black. So it was possible. But you could do it with epoxy just as easily. I'm going to get this a little bit more wet. And if I have enough, I wanted to put it behind there too, but I didn't know how much glitter I was going to get out of these jars. And then I think what I'm going to do, since Peanut is gray, Panda is black and white, and it's for both of them, I think I'm going to mix black, white, and gray together and marble it. All right, let's start with these and just get a little bit. I only need the tiniest bit right behind the paw, and that's all. It could have been a little bit thinner, but I can manage it a little easier with it thick like this. And I want a dotting tool again. It's just easier to manipulate. I might have to cure it between each one so I don't have to let it, so it doesn't run. Like, I know what I'm thinking, I just can't get it out of my mouth. So I just want it over the paw, that's it. Just like that. I think I will cure it one at a time. So let me go through this process real quick, just like that, cure about 2 minutes. And then I will do all of them, see what I have left. Then we'll start mixing epoxy. All right, it all cured beautifully. It's solid. You could check the other side carefully. This one's actually, well, I'm going to fill it up. It's not completely full, but I used enough. I had enough for all 3 of these. So now these are done. I took my little sticky sticks and I cleaned off most of the glitter, but there's going to be glitter in there. So we need to do 3 layers the way I'm doing it. I'm going to mix up 4 ounces because I'm going to do this little one too. So we'll use the pigments that they gave us, and I'm going to make gray with the black and the white, and then I'm going to drip the black and the white into my resin because this is a shallow mold, and it won't work if I drip it in very well. And I only want to fill up the edge because we need that going to be clear. And these I could fill up completely, and this I could fill up completely. So this one's going to be 3 steps. So let me get 4. I'm going to mix up 4 ounces. I should have extra, and then we'll mix up the color.
Brushes in hand, and the world is my stage. Colors are loud like they're breaking the cage.
Okay, I got 4 ounces mixed. Just make sure you scrape your sides and your bottom until you don't see any like unmixed resin. First, I'm going to make the gray, and I'm going to start with the white and add black to the white. So let's get it white first. Excuse the noise behind me. We're sharing a space right now. Okay, ooh, that got it quick. So this is a pigment paste, so make sure you are extremely careful and you mix it completely good. And then let's add a drop of black until we get gray. But I want a gray enough where I will see the white and the black in it. So not too light, not too dark. And of course, if this is your first time, and this is the first thing you're doing, then you have everything to work with in the kit. But if it's not, and you just want the kit, then you clearly have everything in your stash at home to do more custom colors. But I'm trying to stick to the kit just for those beginners, except the UV resin part, of course. But again, that can be done with epoxy. Okay, there's gray. That's about Peanuts color. I just want to mix it really good. And then I got to put it through the vacuum chamber. Of course, if you don't have a vacuum chamber, let it sit on your table for a few minutes, 5 minutes maybe. That will degas a lot of it if this is your very first project. Just let it sit there, and not all, but most of the bubbles will rise. So let me get this in the vacuum chamber.
Glitz and glitter, lighting up the night. Painting dreams with a shimmer so bright. Rhinestones dancing, catching every eye. This is my...
Okay, so now what I'm going to do is drip white and black in the top. Hopefully we see the white. I don't think that we're going to. It's probably just gonna, and black, and then I'm gonna stir it. Yeah, my white is definitely getting eaten by the gray. Let me try to add some more, because this is pigment paste. Oh, this might not even work now that I'm thinking about it. It's pigment paste and not pigment drops. Well, we're going to go for it. We're not going to get the white, but we'll get gray and black. is not exactly what I was going for. Just be careful on the pigment paste. Let me fill this one up too. Get that around there. Why does this look like it's off level? Because it looks like it's off level. All right. Yeah, I don't think I want to marble with this. So let me get some ink just because I'm worried it won't cure at this point and I don't want to ruin the rest. So if you have inks or the opaque pigment by Let's Resin, that will work as well. But I'm afraid that this is going to not cure well because it is pigment paste. So let's, I only want to do around this edge. Let me go see if I have white. Let's do this guy. I've got the white opaque resin pigment, and it's more like a watery, like an alcohol ink. I don't know if we're going to see it, but I'm certainly going to try. And then we've got black alcohol ink. And then where's my stick? I don't know if we're going to see the white, but we're going to have a gray and black little dog. Hopefully we'll see a little white. It's definitely not as much panda as I wanted in there. Okay, so we got those. Move this aside. And let's do that again. I'm going to do a lot of white and a little bit of black. And again, we got to keep it on the edge. I'm going to lose all the white. So we're going to have gray. Let's see if that's enough. Nope, I need some over here. Not my best marbling job. A little over there. Let me get a stick of some sort. I just want to fill it in here. So on the next layer, when it's clear, we can have a nice flat layer. Okay, that's that. I've got a little bit of extra. I could probably do this guy in it. Let's try. Do a lot of white. 2 black. Oops. That black just ate the white. So that's okay. We're going to go for it. And I'm going to stay around the edge of this one. And we'll fill in the back with another color. Not quite sure what I'm going to do with this one. I didn't plan on pouring this one today. So I do have to still make a new plan because I had plenty of resin. Just up to that line. And, oh, I wanted to keep that underneath here. We'll fill up these since we have enough. That was, oh, 4 ounces. That's right, 4 ounces. So let's do, whoops, I'm going to add just white. I'm not going to add any more black. And we'll make like a key tag. I'll fill that all the way up. And I might have just enough left for that little heart one if I scrape. These could be charms on your key ring. Okay, that's good. We used all 4. Can I put it in anything? That is the question. This one is a little lopsided. So I definitely want to put a stick underneath it to level that out. All right, so now we're just gonna wait till it's tacky enough to put the clear level on. So that'll be a couple hours. See you in a sec. So this is sticky and tacky. And I know I'm not doing this the correct way, but I'm going to do it my way. They want you to pour a clear layer of resin now. Put your picture or whatever you're putting in there in the thing. But what I'm worried about is bubbles underneath. So since this is tacky and this is paper, I'm going to put this in just the way it is. And you'll see what I'm going to do. It's in there now. I'm going to press it all aside, all around, all in that resin, and I'm going to let it finish curing. Or at least for a little bit longer. Let me see if I could flip it over. And then when I take it out, I'm going to pour resin in here to keep that the way I want that. Like, so there's no bubbles. You know what I mean? Because I'm not confident in myself, and maybe a beginner is not confident in themselves, but if you can catch it at the tacky stage like I just did, it's stuck. We're not getting it off without a mess, and everything's perfect, no bubbles, and we could just pour a tiny thin layer of clear resin right over that if you want to. So I think that's what I'm going to do. These are tacky. This is pretty good. Look at right through that. That marbling job is pretty good. If I had a black and brown dog or a gray and black dog, I mean, I didn't get the white and the black like I wanted to. Let me see how it's looking. It's not too bad. It's marbled. It's marbled. So for this, when I fill this with clear, I will fill the back with something or other. I don't know what. I haven't chosen it yet. This just needs to cure. So I'm going to turn my heat mat on here. Let it set up. I mean, I could probably pour right over this without a problem because I don't think it's going to go underneath. So how sticky that is, I shouldn't have touched it. Let me figure out what I'm going to do with this, and then I'm going to get a little bit more resin. I mixed up 4 more ounces, split it 2.5 for clear. And I'm just going to pour it on the back and let it cure. I put black diamond glitter in 1.5 for the back of the other dog, to go with that gray and black now that it's already gray and black. Let's see how much we need. A little more. Probably could fit all of this in there. Let me scrape. I'm thinking it'll fit. 2.5. Perfect. That never happens. And then this is the black diamond. That's about 1.5. And it's just going to cover this. Could I have gotten it perfect? That never happens. And then we're going to cure. And then I will top coat maybe with like a 1 hour. But again, if this is the only kit you ever bought, you can use epoxy for everything that I just did. Look at that. Not much left over. I could probably fit it, dome it really well. I don't have enough for that little, the one that I did not pour. I'm just realizing, I think I said you could use this for a cat. No, you can't. It's all dog. So I don't know what I was thinking. I'm like, did I really say that? It's dog. It's a dog thing. That is pretty full. I better not do that. I'm going to put this in my giveaway mold and then pop some bubbles. Let this cure so we could flip it over. You could fill this with a color if you want to. The only reason I did clear was because it's not completely cured. And if a color went underneath my paper for some strange reason, then it would have leaked. We would have seen the color. So that's why I did not do that. So that's good. Perfect. Perfect amount. No bubbles. I will be right back. Okay, these are ready to demold, and then we're going to put a top coat on this one. So let's do these. Oh, that came out pretty decent for marbling. I haven't done that kind of marble for a while. A little bit soft. It's a little warm. I put the heat mat on for a little bit. So some of that white pigment dropped, but it seems to be okay. So we could put a name across there. You could fill in his face if you want with some acrylic paint or something like that. Ooh, that one's pretty. That came out nice. Needs a little trim, but that's about it. Really cute. And then this is just a tag. And you can even use it as an ornament, put their name, whatever you want. But the marbling came out pretty decent, considering I thought it was going to be a total fail. And then let's do this one that I didn't plan on pouring. Oh, how cute. Oh, it's so cute. It looks like a little chalkboard, doesn't it? It's very sparkly. Oh, I like it. I'm pleasantly surprised. Can you tell? I don't like a whole lot of things, but that is adorable. Very cute, very cute. All right, let's see how this one came out. And I'm just gonna mix up some resin. Oh, look at that. It came out perfect. It is a little, I have to bendy, but that's okay. So the paw prints are the black and the little, that is indented. That's cute. Panda's nose, and you know what? It doesn't even need a top coat. You know what? It's perfect the way it is. It does not need anything. I love it. So let's see the stand here. Yeah, I don't even need to resin over that. It isn't going to go anywhere. That is ink on paper that is completely stuck to that resin. So I do not think it's going to do anything at all. So let's see, how do you put this together? This is strange. How do you put it together? Let me figure it out. Thank God for instructions. So you just put it in like this, turned, and then you just flip it like that. That's it. And it slides however you want it. And then it will just hold that up. Oh, I love it. This one might be a little too heavy for that one. That is cute. I just need to trim. Whoops. Knocking it around. I'm going to use a, what do you call it on here? A deburring tool. Because it's still a little warm and it's always easy to deburr while it's warm. Comes right off. Perfect. There's a paw print that went bad. That was Panda first. And he had fur. He needs a haircut so bad right now. So he had fur everywhere. So that didn't work out for me. But if your paw is not furry, it should be perfectly fine. That is cute. My UV resin is cured. I love it. I'm not going to do anything with these because I do give my things away. Things like this, they just go in. They go in an order. So you have these. You have this for the magnet. Maybe I'll put these on. This goes on the back of this. So you can put up your project. These are pretty heavy duty magnets, so that's good. We're going to put one there. Probably just 2. I don't know. Let me see if it sticks to my metal. Yep, 2 was good. It just stuck to my frame. So that is nice. And you could put, I'm not gonna leave it empty, but you could put their names there. Oh, I forgot about this little fella. Let's get this one out. Oh, I'm so glad I don't have to top coat. It's good news for you too. I don't think you'll have to either. You got 1 bubble at the bottom of each ear. But other than that, it's marbled pretty cool. Oh, cute. Oh, I got a bubble in his nose too. Let's just paint that real quick with black marker. His little eyes. And his little nose. Oh, we got the bubble. There, if you paint in the bubble, you can't even see it. So cute. Yeah, that's pigment that dropped, but it's not uncured, so that's good. Really need something to cover each ear hole, but that's okay. I think, let's see, we have these. We can make a little keychain. I also want to see if their names will fit. I'm all over the place. Sorry, guys. I want to, like, do everything. I want to play with it all. I don't know if Peanut and Panda will fit. Let's see. Are they just uppercase? Nope, they're lowercase too. Oh geez, did I get resin on there? I'm gonna use tweezers. Of course, they need to be cleaned. Let's see. I might have to take it off because I don't know if they're gonna fit. P. Is there an apostrophe? And I can put N-U-T. Yes, there is. How funny is that? Then I'll be able to fit them both. P apostrophe N. How funny is that? Got a fly in here. Get out of here. N U. Peanut won't mind. Half the time I'm yelling P anyway. Try to get it straight. N-U-T. So you have plenty of letters to choose from. No need for a cricket. Oh gosh, I don't know if I'm gonna fit Panda. I'm gonna have to do it really close together. I think they have an and sign, but here's a little plus. If it doesn't fit, I'm gonna have to take it off. I need another P. Of course, I got resin on the P's and nothing else. That's the only letter I got resin on, really? Let me do this off camera so you're not bored to death. All right, I think I'm done playing. I didn't think I was gonna do much and then I kept going. Sorry, the camera wasn't on. So I just took this and I wanted to put glitz and glitter, but I ran out of lowercase t's, so I had to use uppercase, and then glitter wouldn't fit, so it's Glitz 26. So Mr. Glitz made that for you. I just made this one into a keychain. I just used their orange thing, and that's that one. Here's a little dog, painted his eyes. I put a rhinestone on the bubble on each side, so it's perfect for earrings, and I stuck a little dragonfly on his head. Oh, I should have put a little necklace on. Totally forgot. Here's the other keychain. I used their keychain equipment, and I put the little charm heart and painted the eyes on there. I didn't do anything here because whoever gets it can put their name on there if they want to. Here is the little chalkboard, I'm going to call it, but it's just like a little name tag. So I just put rhinestones, oops, on the corner. Let me move that. on the little toes, on the nose, and I painted the eyes. That's all I did to that, so somebody could fill that in too. And Peanut and Panda, all I did was put 4 stones and then put Peanut and Panda. So if you put the letters close enough together, it'll look like it's kind of cursive a little bit. So I did replace the Peanut because it was a little too spaced far apart. So that's cute. These are gonna go in with all my other dogs and cats in my upstairs room, but these 2 are still with me, thank God. So that is adorable. I hope you like the kit. It's so cute. It comes with everything you need. So if you're a beginner, that's all you're gonna need. You could do all of this plus more, many, many more. But you'll just have to buy a little bit more resin because you're going to go crazy with it. All right, guys, stick around for the pictures. I will see you tomorrow. Have a blessed day, everybody. Bye.
Glitz and glitter paint her way. She lights up hearts come what may. With a brush of faith she starts. Jesus whispers through her art. Patience blooms in every hue. Her love for viewers shines so true. Shimmer sparkles in her eyes. A radiant soul under bright skies. Glitz and glitter, Michelle, a story. Her colors tell faith and love in every part. Jesus guides her shining heart. Ooh, 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 ooh. Canvas dreams and sparkly streams. Her laughter flows like sunlit beams. With each stroke her spirit sings. A masterpiece.